If you're watching this video, it's because you are going to be successful and soon you will be making $10,000 per month. And I will tell you why. It's because you're not like the rest of the population, like 99% of people. You refuse to settle for mediocrity and you want more out of life. You know that there are many beautiful experiences that you could have in this world, but all of that requires money. And you're not going to stop until you get exactly what you want, until your family is retired and wealthy. And you're damn right. Why should you have to settle for anything less than what you want? If it's the first time you and I meet, first, allow me to welcome you to the channel. My name is Fred, and I'm an entrepreneur from a lower middle class background. I went from having only $400 to my name over 5 years ago to making upwards of $1,000 a day at 21, selling services and consulting online. And nowadays, I help ambitious people like you to start a profitable consulting business and scale to $10,000 to $15,000 per month. One of the first things I would like to say to you is that I'm proud of you. You're taking action towards your goals and you still haven't given up, regardless of how difficult it gets sometimes. Most people want a better life. Most people want better relationships, more money, a better body, but they wish for things endlessly and they never even get started. The best example I can give you is New Year's resolutions. Every single year it's the same story. You probably know some people in your family, every year they set the same New Year's resolutions. They say they're going to lose weight, stop smoking, stop drinking, and it's been 10 years they set that same resolution. There's a reason why gyms are packed in the beginning of January, and then by mid-January there's pretty much nobody at the gym in the early morning anymore. It's easy to take action once, but what's difficult is being consistent long term. But guess what? That is exactly what gets you results. So congratulations on you for taking action, for not giving up, in spite of the many difficulties you've had to face so far. And I genuinely believe that in life, nothing is a coincidence. If you have that dream in your heart to become financially free, maybe even to be rich, maybe you want to travel the world, retire your parents, be able to afford anything you want, even the more expensive things like sports cars, whatever it is that you want, you have that dream in your heart for a reason. And if you're honest with yourself, you know that dream that you have, it's never going to go away. Some people spend their entire lives pushing it down, repressing their true desires, but it never goes away. And I can't even imagine how miserable those people must be, because when they're about to leave this world, they're on their deathbed, they realize, wow, I could have done so much more. I could have achieved all of my dreams, but I didn't because I let fear hold me back. But if you're watching this video, it's not a coincidence. You are destined for success and for greatness. Growing up in the lower middle class, I would always hear my parents complain about the price of things, like the price of bread, the price of electricity, of gas, of clothes, of everything. I would see my mother spending hours of her time filling out these online surveys to get free products from the grocery store. She'd always go grocery shopping on the least expensive day when they were making all the big promotions. She worked a dangerous night job as a nursing assistant. Alongside with her other female co-workers, they had to deal with very violent patients. When I say violent, I mean thugs that got into knife fights with gangs, drug dealers, convicted felons. So as you can see, not exactly the friendly type. And with only a single security guard for the entire building, as you can probably guess, shit was bound to happen. Now when it comes to my father, he worked as a nurse, but since many years, he had fallen out of love with his job because he was underpaid, undervalued, and treated like shit. He wanted to follow his passion, but couldn't because of lack of money. So he essentially worked a dead-end job just to pay bills, living expenses, and taxes. What a depressing life, of course. And when I was a kid, he really made me understand how miserable he was. We'd often have these hour-long talks, sometimes when he was drunk in the middle of the night and I was just a kid, so it was kind of scary, but it really made me understand, don't end up like him. And I can't really blame him to some degree, because our parents didn't have the opportunity we have nowadays to build profitable online businesses. You have to realize, as we're speaking right now, some 15-year-olds make more money in a month than doctors make in a year, all of that because they run some faceless accounts on the internet and you've never even heard of them. But just like with any other opportunity, I believe there is a window of opportunity, because more and more people realize this is an insane opportunity, so more and more people get started, but at some point it might be too late, the gap might close, and then let's say 20 years down the line, we will see new opportunities. But that's also one of the reasons why you need to stop waiting. You need to stop being in a passive state and go after the things that you want, because nobody is going to hand you the life of your dreams on a silver platter. When I was 11 years old, I decided to type how to get rich in the YouTube search bar, and that actually changed my life, because I discovered you could have an online business and make money from your laptop with just a Wi-Fi connection. So I thought, oh my god, if I could do that, I'd become like a popular kid, because I'd be making money from my bedroom in my pajama pants. But to be honest with you, it took me 10 full years from the moment I was 11 and discovered that you could have an online business and make money online and be financially free, to the moment I had my first $1,000 a day in sales at 21, selling services and consulting. And part of the reason it took me so long to get to that point is because back then I didn't have a mentor to guide me. I didn't have a proven step-by-step process to follow. I just had no fucking clue what to do. And it's not like I grew up surrounded by multi-millionaires. I had no one to show me the way. People around me were just tolerating a mediocre existence, a mediocre job, a mediocre pay. But I could never have tolerated wanted this kind of life. It's too depressing for someone like me. Now, if you would like to discover in detail how I went from struggling financially, only having $400 in my bank account over 5 years ago, to making upwards of $1,000 a day at 21, I've recorded a free video in which I share with you everything I've done step by step. That way, you can literally just copy me. The link will be in the description. Or if you're committed to starting your business so you can finally become financially free and get the life that you deserve, you can directly book a free call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you. What I really want you to understand and to take away from this video is that your faith, your hard work, and your persistence will pay off at some point. You have to remember this phrase. It needs to be ingrained in your brain. Hard work always pays off. 5 years ago, I really lacked self-confidence because of many reasons. Because when I was a child, I was bullied a lot. I went through many shitty situations, and so I didn't love myself. And naturally, I didn't believe in myself. And so for a while, for years in fact, I used to be scared that even if I were to do the right thing, I wouldn't get results. But life proved me wrong. When you work hard on the right thing, consistently, results come. But back then, I had this limiting belief that no matter how hard I would work, I still wouldn't become successful. Because maybe life had something against me. Because maybe I wasn't the kind of person who could become successful. But that was just a limiting belief. A silly story I would tell myself just to stay in my comfort zone. So if you persist, you will get what you want. And when I wasn't getting results, even though I was working hard, it was because I wasn't working on the right thing. And the problem was, it would give me this victim mentality. I would wonder, how come I'm working so hard, but nothing is happening, nothing is working for me? It's because life is unfair. It's because wealthy people just get lucky and I can't. That was bullshit. I just wasn't working on the right thing and I wasn't doing things properly. So even though I was working hard, I wasn't seeing the results I wanted. And that's the problem when you try to do everything by yourself without a mentor, because you will get stuck, you will make mistakes. But if you've got no one to look at your situation objectively and be able to tell you, look, you did this wrong, you're stuck because you're not doing this, you're stuck because you're doing that, and instead you need to do this, then how do you get unstuck by yourself? You can stay stuck for months and for years. Which is why, if you truly want to build a profitable online business, you can check out the free resources in the description below, or directly book a free call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you. Now, speaking about hard work, you need to understand that if you want to make $10,000 per month or even more, be financially free, sure, you need to work hard, but you also need to work on the right opportunity. And in fact, that's the most important part of the equation. Plenty of people come to me every day and they tell me they've tried business models like dropshipping in the past, and every single time they lost a lot of money, and I did too. Back in 2019, 2020, with one of my friends, we decided to start a dropshipping business. Now at the time, we were both broke high school students, but nevertheless, we decided to give it a shot. So we found a winning product, a flat squeeze mop. I built a whole Shopify store around it, and then I created an ad campaign on Facebook, and I remember clicking on the button to publish the ad to set it live, and 30 minutes later, we made our first sale. I couldn't believe it, I was shocked. But obviously I knew this was too good to be true. What ended up happening is that Facebook ads quickly ate up all of our ad budget. So sure, we made $50, but we spent close to $200 on ads alone, and that didn't even include the cost of the product, or the shipping, or even the softwares like Shopify. And because we were both broke, we couldn't afford to spend hundreds of dollars per day on ads and to risk losing that money. So we had to stop pretty quickly. I genuinely believe if you take a look at all objective metrics, the best business model to start is a service-based or a consulting-based business. It's with this business model I've been able to make upwards of $1,000 a day. And it's with this same business model I've seen the most amount of people go from making no money, being complete beginners, having no business knowledge whatsoever, to becoming 6 to even 7-figure a year earners. Now, when you're facing difficulties, you have to remind yourself of one thing. Life is a story. Your life, in fact, is kind of like a movie or a book. Every moment that you live, including the hardships, the arguments, the breakups, the heartbreaks, it all contributes to your story. If you were to watch a movie or read a book and the hero faced no challenges, it would be boring. You wouldn't even keep reading the book or keep watching the movie. Every time I'm down, every time I'm in a difficult situation, I just remind myself, it's happening for a reason. I have something to learn in that process. And I always remind myself, if I'm in a down phase of my life, it means there is a huge up coming. Because typically, life kind of works like the stock market, funny enough. And even in business, you will notice the same thing. Things are not linear. Things are up and down, constantly. But if you look over a period of many years, the goal is that, sure, even though it keeps going up and down, the baseline is much higher. So to give you an example, with a business, let's say your baseline initially, it was that you alternated between 0 to 5k per month. So you alternate between 0 to 5k per month. And then 5 years down the line, you alternate between 100k per month and 300k per month. So you still have those ups and downs. But now, because you operate at another level, it's like what used to be a good day for you, it's now a terrible day, if that makes sense. Like if you were to make 1k in a day and you average $100,000 per month, it's like 1k would be a bad day. Whereas when you started off, 1k was the best day. So in conclusion, believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you won't take action, or if you do, you will give a weak effort. And weak efforts lead to weak results. results. Extraordinary efforts lead to extraordinary outcomes. Stay persistent to work on the right thing, follow a proven step-by-step process, get help from a mentor because alone you don't know what you don't know, and if you get stuck you can't get unstuck, or it will take you months and years and thousands of dollars that you will most likely waste on the wrong things. And the last step is to trust the process. When you're doing the right thing, success only becomes a matter of time. There's literally never been a better time to be alive than right now, because like I said in this video, some 15-year-olds, some 20-year-olds make 10, 20, 30, $50,000 per month with online businesses, and for some of them, you've never even heard of them. We have never had more opportunities than we do nowadays. So if you still haven't gotten started, drop all of your excuses and at least try something. Now look, you need to make a choice. You can keep watching YouTube videos on how to make money online, but doing that won't make you more money. Or if you're committed to starting your business and finally becoming financially free, getting the life that you deserve, you can check out the free resources in the description below, or directly book a free call with me or my team and we'll see if we can help you. That being said, if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend, and together let's blow up this YouTube channel to empower ambitious individuals across the globe to become financially free.